Hey, good Friday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majeski back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic Weather Studios with the weather update here on your June 27th, 2025. Now, before we get rolling, we always like to say thank you and welcome aboard any new followers here on our page. And if you're not yet officially a follower, please give our main Facebook page a like today. Now, if you happen to be watching this report over on YouTube, you know what you got to do. Hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you're alerted on future updates. Well, it's not looking too bad here on your Friday afternoon. Got some clouds around. It's relatively dry. We still could see some scattered storms here for today, but looks like we'll continue that threat through the weekend. It doesn't appear to be a washout weekend, but you're going to have to dodge some storms from time to time depending on where they pop up and where exactly you're located. So let's go ahead and take out a look at your latest forecast. Get you ready here for the weekend, shall we? As we're looking up at Blue Ridge, we got some clouds in the area, a little filtered sunshine as well, but not bad. Not much of a wind out there, that's for sure. That'll be continuing all weekend long, except if you get one of those thunderstorms near you, but not looking too bad here. Helen, it's definitely busy over here. Look at all the folks here. They're checking out, going out and doing some tubing. There's Chattahoochee right there on the bottom of your screen. Definitely going to be a busy weekend, I'm sure, this weekend. Of course, next weekend being the 4th of July weekend. I know a lot of folks are going to be out here and checking out the tubing down the Chattahoochee, that's for sure. All right, looking at your latest watches and warnings. Notice we do not have any more heat advisories up here across North Georgia. That's the good news there. Still some across Alabama and Tennessee, and I expect we're not going to see that for the weekend just because of the increased clouds and rain threat here expected across our area. Notice we do have the marginal risk for severe weather once again here for today. We've had a few warnings over in Alabama, and you couldn't rule out the possibility. The air's still pretty juicy out there. And with the daytime heating, we could see an isolated severe thunderstorm. We definitely had a few yesterday. I had one that started up in Raymond County, came all the way down through metro Atlanta. And we'll see if we get anything like that for today. Probably not likely, but you never know. All right, looking at the radar right now, seeing a few showers up there across Raymond County right now. Most of North Georgia clear. Got a few storms over here in Alabama that are severe. Got a little storm here not too far from the Auburn campus, but otherwise not looking too bad here across our area here across North Georgia. Now, looking at your regional perspective, we got weak high pressure holding on there in the middle of right near Columbus, Georgia right now. You can actually see that on the satellite here. I'll show you in a second, but clusters of storms. One thing about these storms, when they pop up right now, because there's no movement in the atmosphere, they're kind of sitting over one spot. There are going to be some gully washes for sure, some localized flooding potentially if you get up underneath one of these things. But right now, we're dry here for the moment across North Georgia. Look at the thunderstorms showing up very nicely there with these clusters of storms. Again, these storms are just kind of sitting in the same spot, dumping some very heavy rain there across portions of central Tennessee. Some scattered storms down along the Gulf Coast. But for right now, North Georgia's not looking too bad here for the moment. Now, as we look at your loop here, the latest high-resolution model data here, we're going to see the popcorn storms. They're going to continue throughout the week. Don't really pay attention so much on the model. Well, this says it's going to be here, it's going to be here. It really doesn't matter. You're going to have about a 60% for tomorrow, 40% on Sunday with scattered storms both days. It looks like we're going to be okay. Again, not a washout day. Some of you will get rain, some of you won't, but we'll see that continuing through the weekend. It will go up, though, heading into the week, going into early next week as we have a frontal system that's going to be coming down at us. In fact, I'll go ahead and show you exactly where we're expecting that as we go through the weekend and into early next week. So let's go ahead and look at the latest model data here as I go ahead and put this into my interactive mode here, and we'll kind of track this together as we're going to see again, that frontal system kind of diving down as going into next week. For the weekend, though, going, this is your Saturday morning. Again, scattered storms here, and again, going right through the weekend. Sunday morning, not looking bad. We'll see some afternoon storms. But Monday, you notice we got a lot more dark green on this map, and that's indicative of some pretty good moisture flow here. Here's our cold front coming in here as we go in toward Monday and Tuesday. So expect those rain chances to go up. We'll also see more widespread rains there, so definitely very wet going into Tuesday. Wednesday, the frontal system comes into North Georgia. So where exactly that sets up will dictate how our Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week are going to go. Because if it stays further north, we'll be okay. Right now, we're bringing it south, so we're going to dry us out. I'm going to back the rain chance off to about 30% going into Thursday and for Friday next week, but all depending on exactly where that boundary sets up. But it looks like we'll get a little bit drier weather. Looks like the first part of the week will be wet. Second half of the week will be a little less dry. So a little drier there. So, all right, so let's go ahead and take a look at your forecast here for your Saturday. Again, there starting to Gainesville, 90 and 70, fairly close to average. Scattered thunderstorms. Probably the better chance of rain right now is tracking Saturday more towards Sunday. It's a difference between 60% and 40%. Not really that big a deal, but we are going to see some scattered storms here across Gainesville and across most of North Georgia. So morning lows here. Slightly drier than it has been the last few mornings. We're seeing a lot more 60s on this map, but low 70s down toward Metro Atlanta, 70 in Gainesville, 65 up in Hiawassee, Blairsville being the same area. Again, PM storms tonight, but partly cloudy as we head toward morning. Daytime highs tomorrow, not as much purple on this map, except off toward the west, or east there, I should say. 91 in Calhoun, 87 in Jasper, 89 in Marietta, 90 in Gainesville, 89 over in Cornelia, again with the scattered storms. How about the regional perspective? 90 in Birmingham, 92 Columbus, 90 in Destin, 92 in Jackson. Typical summer-looking afternoon here across most of the southeast. As we look at the next 7 days, here's how it's checking out for us. Again, a weekend, not a washout, 60-40%, temperatures around 90 and 70, not bad. But the rain chances come up, especially going into Monday and Tuesday, 70%, 90%. So you get a little more widespread, and those temperatures dropping back into the upper 80s here. And then 60% on Wednesday. And then assuming the front comes on through a little bit north Georgia, I'm backing the rain chances up on Thursday and Friday to about 30%. And the temperatures, again, kind of holding relatively close to average for this time of year. Not looking too bad here as we go into next week. So it looks like wet part of the first part of the week, second half of the week a little bit drier. Weekend, yes, we'll have scattered storms, but not a washout. So if you got anything planned, just watch out for those thunderstorms out there and be safe. We did mention them once again. We had a lightning strike earlier in the week in South Carolina where 18 people were injured. So again, if you get up on one of these thunderstorms, and if you're outside, or definitely if you're in a lake, you darn sure want to be in the water, and if you're out on the golf course, you're doing anything, just head inside, wait for the storm to pass, and then come back outside and have some fun. Just be safe out there. Of course, this week actually ends Lightning Awareness Week from the National Weather Service, so I just want to kind of hit on that one more time. Again, I appreciate you guys checking us out and helping us to rebuild the page. We should cross 4,000 this weekend. That's the good news there. Got a long way to go to get us back up to our original page. We lost from a hack job, and then we lost another one because of copyright. But third time's the charm. We're going to get there very slowly. I appreciate you guys helping us out and giving us those organic likes and not just the advertised likes. That kind of helps us out. So again, please invite your family and friends here to help us grow our channel. All right, that's it for now. You guys take it easy. Have a great and safe weekend. Be good, stay safe, and we'll see you next week. Don't worry, those weather dailies, they'll continue on Saturday and Sunday. You'll get my updates there. Full forecast will be back at you on Monday. You guys take it easy and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.